Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're doing a reading for January, February, March, even though we've come through a fair bit of January. Doesn't matter, we're still reading the energies. This is the first quarter of 2022. We're looking at love. We're looking at general messages as well. Because there's so much astrology going on pertaining to love, that will be the more information on matters of love. We will see what the cards say. Please watch your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, and your North Node if you are familiar with those placements in your own birth chart. All right, so Valentine's Day is just around the corner as well. So you can always come back and revisit the reading as it is pertaining to January, February, March, and see if things have played out, if we've been able to pick up on the energies. I'm doing the Divine spread, which is my own spread. So I know it's a very popular spread. That's why I'm using this. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go on to the readings. Thank you for your support, for liking, for sharing, and subscribing. Love to you all. Hello, dear Leo. How are you? This is Kathy from Divine Debut. This is your 3-month ahead reading. Let's see what the Divine spread will show for you. Okay, as we're reading the energy for many of you out there. Wow, Leo, the cards are just flying out. What's going on? Some of you are leaving someone behind. It's got to do with the past. It could be as well. You're revisiting the past and figuring something out. Maybe that brought an ending. I don't know if it was something that you wanted, though. So we do have Aries and we do have strong air here. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Okay, you could be closing up a very difficult chapter. Let's see. For Leo, thank you, archangels. Leo, please, Spirit. What's going on for Leo? January, February, and March. At your foundation, King of Swords. Is that a surprise to you? Not to me, it ain't. Okay, King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. What is it hidden? What is it that's hidden? So you've got the 5 of Cups here. Recent past, 9 of Swords. Ha. Very funny. My moon's in Leo, just so that you know. So obviously we look at our moon sign for our emotional standing, how we are emotionally, right? Anything to do with our fears as well is the moon placement, but it can also speak to a very deep connection. Moon connections are subconscious, they're deep, okay? In the now, possibly, or when you're watching this video, when you get the message, is the 2 of Wands. Crowning you. Hello, Leo. 2 of Cups. This is what's on your mind. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups. What is the potential action moving forward? I mean, what's the advice from Spirit and the action taken forward? 9 of Pentacles, which says someone's on the inside waiting for an arrival. The arrival of news, the arrival of self-worth, the arrival of abundance, so that they could free themselves from something. I mean, 9 of Pentacles is my Virgo card, and Virgo is very close to Leo. So 9 of Pentacles is someone that knows their worth, but she's on the inside looking out. Somehow blocked from her independence, or this could also be, I suppose, her perception that she may not be able to stand strong financially, or that she is worthy of standing on her own and feeling abundant in the Garden of Eden, which, Garden of Eden has got everything that is beautiful, right? Garden of Eden can also speak to the forbidden fruit with the serpent, huh? So let's see possibly what the outcome is for beautiful Leo. We've got the Eight of Cups, where someone is freed. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, King of Swords, Five of Cups, Eight of Cups. Someone's waiting maybe on, obviously here, some of you are waiting on this Ace of Cups, which is a holy grail, which is an offer, which is you seeking the wisdom. You're growing spiritually. There is a lot of confusion. That's what I see here in this Connolly Tarot deck. The Seven of Cups are on their own, okay? Seven of Cups speaks to Pisces, sacrifice, illusion, affairs, imprisonment, karma, things being up in the air, not clear. You could see the dark clouds here. She's seeking some guidance before she can go on her way. Eight of Cups is leaving something that did not bring the happiness that was expected. We've got the Two of Cups there. So for her to manifest this, she's going to take that journey. Let's see how the planetary alignments help. Help or hinder. Wow, well, this card keeps coming up, everyone, in this position. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I do see that the North Node and the South Node, having moved from Gemini North Node and Sagittarius South Node onto Taurus, and Taurus North Node and Scorpio South Node. Well, Taurus is Venusian. So the North Node going into a Venus-ruled sign of Taurus, which speaks to our securities. Do we feel safe? Do we feel stable? Can we make this financially our North Node? Right? Can we manage this? We've got 18 months ahead of us, as the nodes have just recently shifted, to look at this and to move towards something that gives us a sense of security. Love, a feel-good energy is Taurus. Resourceful. Tantalizing those five senses is Taurus. Things that we love, the good feelings, things that make us feel happy. And the Lovers is Gemini, and Gemini is all about decisions. Now, you could be dealing with someone that has got their Venus in Gemini, for instance, dear Leo. The Lovers is a major decision on a partnership, a relationship. It's a divine union. It's a major arcana, so it's a very important connection, which could be at a physical distance. And this is the Aquarius card, and we've also got the King of Swords, which is usually Aquarius. Doesn't have to be for all of you. Could be Gemini, I suppose. We've got more swords here, which Nine of Swords, too much thought process, too many thoughts, too much going over details again and again. It's like scattered. That's what Gemini is about, scattered, cerebral energies. The Star could be social media, connecting with someone through social media, connection, which could have been something that started off as a friendship and turning into a more of a relationship, or this is just, following your star, your North Star, following your guiding star, hoping for this very important connection, hoping to be able to make a decision, or that the other person that you are dealing with can make the decision, hoping for messages, hoping for balance, harmony. And this speaks to also the Aquarius season is just around the corner when I'm doing this reading for you. So it's in, obviously, February, end of January and February, into February. So I don't know if there could be a message or something that gives you hope. Oh my goodness. Wow, dear Leo. Wow. Now in the Connolly Tarot, we've got the Three of Cups that shows two people. Very similar to this here. We can see a path opens here. And the infinity symbol is here, which says obviously a 2 and a 2. And it looks like there's 2 here. And we've got the Lovers where there's 2. Yes, the third person is Archangel Michael here. Here, the third person is the archangels. It's an angel. So this can speak to reconciliation. This can speak to a celebration, a possible celebration, and a blessing, I'm going to say. A blessing maybe that was far from you, a distance from a distance, something that you thought you could not reach ever. We've got 2 very strong Major Arcana cards here. So there is free will. We've only got 2 Major Arcana here at this moment. So that says that you can move towards your calling. The stars are aligning for perhaps a celebration or a divine union that you are moving towards. And I feel here, even if this is not someone that you've known, because some of you could be single. That's what I see with the Nine of Pentacles and with the King of Swords here. King of Swords is also someone maybe that is very detached, or someone that you've broken up with from the past. Someone that you were communicating from the past but was not open, emotionally not ready. Okay. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We will be taking more tarot. And we've got the Fool. So there's there's new beginnings, new paths opening up. Okay, the Fool is someone that's taking a risk, a leap of faith, getting ready to take a journey. They've been studying this for a while. The Page of Pentacles is something very long-term, something that is being studied. This is a messenger. It could also be a child, the energy of a child, childish behavior. I mean, even the Fool is, someone that's very mature, has hardships with taking risks such as these. So I don't know if this is a message that brings on this this possible new beginning, or possibly that someone is ready to take a step forward and a risk, because they've been feeling imprisoned in their mind, in their head, pertaining to too many thoughts, too many cutting words, too much having been shared, too many truths or too many lies. Everything begins from a thought and then turns into action. First we think and then we take action. So it's all about, we have to be very careful about what's going on in our heads. So the general energy is the Fool card, a new journey. Let's see what the Karma Dharma is for Leo. Oh my goodness, and this is karma. This is obviously karma, and logically in time this can turn into dharma. Why? Yes, Capricorn is tough. Yes, Capricorn is challenging. Yes, it's what you climbing the ladder, doing the work, trying to prove yourself, or you've been attached to a karmic chapter in your life where you could not move forward. You were stuck. You felt imprisoned and jailed and blocked and limited for whatever reason, whether it's things going on outside your life or things going on around you in your environment. And we know that Capricorn is all about climbing that ladder to take the position of leadership, which is hard work on many levels. Physical levels, like working really hard at something, obviously trying to create something that can give you possibly independence, which is the Nine of Pentacles. But also, you know, this is the devil does speak to toxicity, sexuality, taboo, fears, having dealt with maybe someone that was very ego-centered, very narcissistic, maybe even a very just sexual relationship, maybe even secretive. Because remember, the Three of Cups can speak to a love triangle. It can also speak to, you know, other people being in the picture. And you do have the Lovers here, which is also a very similar card to the Devil card in the traditional tarot. So let's see what else comes through. Let's see emotionally where you are. Now, you could also be dealing with someone that has been challenging you. Someone who is in a position of power. Maybe someone that was quite powerful but have been humbled by this devil energy. So something toxic in their life. You could see here that the door is actually open. But there's fear to take the next step. Let's see. Emotionally for Leo. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Something's growing. I do also notice the 3 birds here, which can speak to messages, transitioning, movement for Leo in January, February, and March. We've got you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. And it's a very slow movement, we could see, because it's filled with lots of limitations, and we know that Saturn is very much about karma. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got emotions are running high. Super moon. So a super emotional time for Leo. January, February, March. Let's take the Lenormand and see what's going on. Now, because Aquarius and Capricorn are both ruled by Saturn, you do have Aquarius here and you've got Capricorn. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Capricorn. Maybe someone that was pushing you to your limits, challenging you. We know that Capricorn and the devil, Capricorn I should say, is Saturn, is a very difficult teacher. But remember that Aquarius is also ruled by Uranus, and Uranus and Saturn have been challenging you very much, and you've been growing. You've been growing. And this, we've got a bit of a breather now, dear Leo. Towards the end of the year, they're going to be connecting again, which is going to bring back those old limitations. So take advantage of the first part of the year and move forward. You know that you're free. The door is open. Take action. Take action. Move forward. Something, you're very close to achieving your goals. You have been working hard. Is it on love that you've been working? What is it that you've been working on? Your individuality, your self-worth, your single life. So building your life again, because some of you may have come out of divorce or are, separating. You could be moving towards divorce with that 8 of Cups, or dealing with divorce now before you move on. And if it's not divorce, it could be separation or a cutting of something. We've got the Divine Feminine here. We've got the Whip, which can speak to divorce. It's the 11, which can speak to Libra, justice. This is conflict. This is the Whip is very quick. It's Lilith, which Lilith is the black moon. So it's the shady moon energies. It's the dark moon energies. So it can speak to conflicts, discussions, debates, oppositions. It can also speak to divorce, conflict. And you've got a path that opens. This is the Queen of Pentacles here. So she's very motherly. I don't know. Queen of Pentacles could be Virgo, could be Capricorn, could be Taurus. But someone's in a position in 6 to 7 weeks, and I'm doing this around the 20th of January. So in about 6 to 7 weeks, that would take you to March, more than likely. There's a path that opens. It's either separation, or there's an opportunity, or even though there's difficulty and hesitation, new paths open for travel. Someone's making a choice. Let's take one more. And we've got the lily, which speaks to... the lily does speak to a pure connection, an ethical, pure connection. This can speak to wisdom, virtues. It can also speak to a sexual connection as well. The lily is an open wound. A wound that relates to Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. So it's a wound of self-worth. It's a wound of not being able to nurture, or not feeling as though you've been nurtured. Maybe it's like a wound that you're carrying, a subconscious wound, which says, I've nurtured others. Why do they not nurture me? And dear Leo, you are all about nurturing others. You're very generous with your heart. So I don't know if this is, oh my God, oh my goodness. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords, which shows up here again. So I don't know if this is someone that you are walking away from. You could be, remember, the signs are not what's important. It's what the tarot reading shows. It's the energy. So from the distant past, we see the King of Swords, right? We're taking more cards on that, obviously. King of Swords is someone that will speak truth, someone that will also use harsh words, maybe, because I'm not reading reversals. This is great intelligence, but this is someone that is very detached, someone that's, very discerning, very intelligent. Could be someone that wears a uniform, someone that holds a position of power. It could be a doctor, could be a solicitor. What you don't know is that you've got the 5 of Cups, and you're focusing, or someone is focusing on those 3 of Cups that are spilt, which we've got here, that are returning. And the 2 of Cups is here, which is also up here. Recent past, lots of worry, lots of stress, lots of blockages. Not seeing a way out of worry. The general energy is freedom. It's like ending a major cycle, a difficult cycle in one's life. And where do I go from here? There's so many choices, says the Fool. There are so many choices. In the now, 2 of Wands, which is again a choice, but what I see is 2 birds bringing the wand back to its place. Remember that this is like the someone from a distance is connecting here. This is news coming in from someone, and it concerns the desires of someone that is from a different place, a distance, which is, it's like an offer of, let's work together, let's do this together, because the 2 of Wands is like teamwork. Okay, so news comes in that says that the other person matches your desires. And then we've got the 2 of Cups here, which is a soulmate. It is a connection that is in harmony, logically. The 2 of Cups, very positive. We've got the 2 of Cups, we've got the 3 of Cups, we've got the 5 of Cups, lots of cups, 7 and 8, let's say, here. And we've also got the Queen, the Divine Feminine, holding the Ace of Swords, in actual fact. She's holding the Ace of Swords, so she's speaking her truth. She's also severing ties with anything that was conflicting, anything that was harsh. And this is the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands could be a player. Knight of Wands could be a traveler, someone that travels for work, someone that is from a distance. Conflict, someone speaking their truth, maybe putting someone else is conflicted because of this Divine Feminine's truth. And then we've got Divine Feminine, that's more than likely an earth sign nevertheless. If it's not a Divine Feminine, it's a queen, so it does speak to knowledge. Queens are very knowledgeable. Queen of Pentacles, very motherly, very stable, someone who's dependable. Because earth is very stable. The elemental earth is very stable, so very hard to make decisions maybe, especially if they've got Gemini. Gemini, which is also the twins. But the path opens here for pure love, for a pure connection, and the King of Swords, remember, speaks their truth. Now, where there's been no purity, someone is obviously cutting someone out of their life. And remember that the lily can also speak to ethics and morality. We don't know that someone was ethical, right? Where sex and sexuality is concerned, because someone here is looking at divorce because they're in a position needing to make a decision whether to divorce or not on the grounds of sexuality, of virtues, ethics, and purity. And wisdom speaks to receiving the wisdom, puts someone in a position needing to make a very important decision. Okay, so let's take more cards. First of all, I'd like to take the Wisdom of the Oracle for Leo, dear Spirit. Leo, January, February, March. What is the advice for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and North Node. January, February, March. January, February, March. What is the wisdom that is meant to be passed on to Leo? What do they know? What do they need to know, I should say? We've got two cards. I think I'll take them. And dear Leo, we have Never-Ending Story, which is like the infinity symbol, number 37. And we've got Blessed, which is in the reverse. My goodness. And the Blessed is a number 22. Hello. Let's read. The Never-Ending Story, number 37. That was in the upright. So you've been over this again and again. Sounds like karma, a karmic cycle that you've been in. Okay, the Oracle's message says there is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part. Small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Let's just read the last part again. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Okay, so it's saying that you're holding your own self back, and that's what this open prison speaks to as well. Let's read the relationship message. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other, more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Wow, talk about confusion, eh? Let's read the prosperity message. Fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurity is scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps, and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling this story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all about guaranteed. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. See, there's no commas in this in the sentence, so you don't know where to stop, and it can be confusing. Let's read the blessed card, which is number 22, but it's in the reverse. Let's read the reversed message, because it does speak to blessings, but they're reversed. It's like you're pushing the blessings away. Humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. So that's the blessed card in reverse. For me, a blessed card in the reverse says that the blessings are ahead of you. Now also, because it says here that you're needing to make a decision, you've obviously reached rock bottom, dear Leo, here, for you to have to make a decision. Remember, you're fixed fire. And obviously moving forward and with changes is not easy. Even though you're a fire sign, you're still a fixed fire sign. So this is saying also on another level is when you've been trying to make something work and it's just not happening, that you're just not seeing the blessings, maybe it's time to choose a new path. Okay, so let's take some more tarot and see what's going on for Leo, possibly in January, February, and March, dear Spirit. Who's this King of Swords? I want to say there's many, many similarities in the Queen of Pentacles, whoever this is for you. Whether you're a mother, you don't have to be an earth sign. And the King of Swords are very similar in many ways, because the Queen of Pentacles, if she is a Virgo, if she is of the sign of Virgo, who is ruled by Mercury, is very much about thought and logic. And the King of Swords, obviously being Aquarius, is intelligence. It's the right brain. It's ingenious. So there's a lot to do with cerebral thought, patterns, communications, truths. Let's see this King of Swords. Who are you? Five of Pentacles. One more. and Temperance. Temperance, Temperance, Sagittarius, Temperance, healing. We'll come back to the King of Swords. Let's take cards. Let's take the, well, I think this needs to be opened up. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles. We go from the 5 to the 10. Let's continue and we'll see. We'll come back to this. What's this 5 of Cups? We've got the Empress. And we've got the Chariot. 9 of Swords. The 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, blocked. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. 2 of Wands in the now. There's the Ace of Pentacles, lovely to see. Two of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the Tower. Nine of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. 7 of Wands and 6 of Wands. 8 of Cups. We've got the 6 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Swords, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. That is so fortunate. Dear Leo, let's take a couple of cards here. We've got the Lovers and the Star. We've got the 6 of Swords. So love is at a physical distance to you, or you were connected to someone either that was married or you were married. This could also be a partnership, if not a marriage. But we see that the choice that you're making is taking you to serenity, to calmer waters. Some of you could be physically moving. What's this 3 of Cups here? We've got the Hermit, who also, the Hermit seems to show up very much so in these readings. And the World card. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Swords. Right. You've got 2 kings here, obviously. You've got the King of Swords, who's shown up twice. But we've got a lot of swords, harsh sword cards. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. You are leaving. You're leaving either an air sign, moving away, or it could be an air sign that's going through this, someone that you are connecting with, because we've got the King of Swords, we've also got the King of Pentacles. So obviously here with the 5 of Pentacles on top of the King of Swords, who could be also someone who works as a lawyer, okay, because Spirit is saying things are being worked out. Things, you know, you're trying to find your footing, or this King of Swords is trying to find his footing. Now, Temperance can also speak, you know, that you've been dealing with someone that could be at a physical distance to you, because Temperance can also speak to someone who's got different beliefs, someone that thinks differently to what you do. Maybe also someone that is going through changes with that 5 of Pentacles. That 5 of Pentacles can also speak to a mismatch. A mismatch, because there's many differences between this King of Swords and another person, which could be you, dear Leo. Okay, or it's saying that they've gone through challenging family situations here with the 10 of Pentacles. We've got 15 Pentacles here. 15, which is also the Devil. And the devil can also speak to fears of financial stress, not having enough money, going through legalities and not having the ability to put things in harmony, be able to, and this could also be someone who is a father, someone who's very supportive of others, of the family. On another level, because the King of Swords has, as I said, is Aquarius for me, and it's Saturn ruled, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. This was a karmic chapter that this King of Swords had to go through, or maybe it was you going through this chapter, this karmic chapter with this King of Swords. Okay? What I feel, generally speaking, is that because we end up with a Ten of Swords here, that is the ending. And we've got the Eight of Cups here as well. That is an ending. That is, we've got two tens here. So someone needs to leave a situation to have a new beginning, leave something behind so that they could start anew, because they've gone through a lot. And we've got the whip here. So conflict, difficult decisions. What do we do? And we know that the Ten of Pentacles does speak to family. It speaks to marriage as well. But it also speaks to a restart, Ace of Pentacles, which is up here. Now, for some of you, of course, the King of Pentacles could be the same person as the King of Swords. For many of you, I feel that it may be someone else. Why? Because of the Ten of Swords right here. And we also see the Six of Swords here, which is transitioning towards, I don't know, towards happiness, to something much more serene. You're closing up a major cycle here. The World card, this can speak to transitioning emotionally, but also physically. Okay, so for those of you that this is someone that you are letting go of, then you are free. You are free potentially to move towards what you desire. And because the Two of Cups is up here and the Eight of Cups, you could be desiring this person here, this King of Pentacles, which could be a Taurus, could be a Virgo, could be a Capricorn. Okay, and this could be also a bit of a shock, or because you've got the Nine of Cups here, this could be a wish fulfillment coming through for you unexpectedly. You've got the Eight of Cups and the Nine, so that you're transitioning. Here we see the Empress, which is love, and the Chariot, which says this motherly figure, which is also the Queen of Pentacles. She's crying over those spilt cups, but she's also transitioning. She's moving house. She's not waiting anymore. She's sort of taking the initiative herself. So maybe love is taking initiative here, because we've got those Two of Cups here as well. Venus will be turning direct, so there'll be more action taken. The Empress can be very magnetic, attractive. She attracts abundance. Okay, and she's also viewed as a very beautiful divine feminine. So someone may be also crying over a breakup here, whether she's leaving behind a King of Swords, moving to another king, a King of Pentacles, which can be potentially that she's also more experienced because of she's an Empress, he's a king. But, in another light, we could also say here that this King of Swords is the same person, someone that was going through their own issues and not communicating that clearly and speaking truthfully. So that we've got the Tower here, which can speak to someone opening up about their emotions and what they've been going through. So whether it's you or the other person, I don't know. It'll be different for all of you. So in the recent past, love was only very small, maybe because of a child, maybe because an apology was necessary. Someone was searching for their answers. right? Even with the Hermit here, someone is searching for those answers. It's like someone needed to see the light. They needed to grow emotionally. So there's been no action here with the Four of Swords because there's been discord, there's been a breakup, there's been disappointments. But then out of the blue, here is the offer, the Ace of Pentacles, which is what the King of Pentacles holds. And remember, we also have the Queen of Pentacles here and the Empress. But someone needed to know their worth and the effort that they put in, that it would bring them success. And yes, you could be dealing with someone that's quite successful. The King of Swords could be someone successful as well as the King of Pentacles. But speaking of financial success, obviously, I would put that power within the King of Pentacles. This is right up his alley. This is someone dependable, someone that's worked very hard to reach that position. King of Swords is more about the details. King of Pentacles is more about stability, earth, building. Right? So we've got positive changes here, a couple of tens, Six of Cups, which is again a soulmate connection. Okay, someone is leaving after a decision that's made. They're following their brightest star. They're hoping for someone who's their equal. This could also be a very strong spiritual connection. And Venus is reborn here. She could be reborn. She's building a nest, starting a new chapter. Could be at a different area of the world. We've also got Jupiter here. So your blessings, generally, you could be leaving that never-ending story and your blessings are coming through at some point. With the Blessed card in the reverse, this is all about humiliation. And knowing that, we've all got power within us and we're all good enough. Overconfidence is not a healthy thing. And sometimes, the devil shows us that. Saturn slaps us around and says, okay, you're only human as well. You've got 2 legs, 2 arms, you're no better than the other person. And I'm not talking preferably to you, Leo. We're talking generally about the energies. So let's see where there's been deception, I'm going to say, where there's been a lack of clarity, there's been a lot of conflict. Now here is a lot of clarity because you've seen all the darkness. I mean, you can't see anything worse than the Ten of Swords. You are advised about that. This is the darkest before the dawn, remember. So you cannot get lower than that. You've reached rock bottom, Leo, as it says. Now, this could be a message to you or the person you're dealing with. So I do feel that there's humbling energies. Someone is receiving a difficult lesson here. But it all works out in the end. Because I do feel here that the star promises a wish fulfillment, a divine union, and getting unstuck. Okay? Remember that this is the Three of Cups. You've got the Two of Cups there, which is crowning you. So it's all about a healthy partnership. Where there is no health, there is no wealth. It's time to move on. Maybe someone in your life has realized that, but it's going to be a very emotional time. Emotions are running very high, but you are also very close to achieving your goal. Something is growing. Perception beyond the veil of illusion. Let's read that. Number 39, which is a 12. Pisces, so the illusion. The lady featured on this card looks directly at the observer. She radiates love and wisdom, yet stands firmly in her own truth. From this standpoint, she is able to see beyond the veil of illusion. She has shown up in your reading today to reflect these same qualities within you. You are advised to stand your ground with regards to a particular person or issue. And I feel that it's this King of Swords. Now, if it's the same person, looks like you're standing your ground, you're holding your position, and then the King of Swords comes through as way more reliable. And that could be the awakening that this other person is going through, maybe even a wish fulfillment that comes through for both of you. You are advised to stand your ground with regards to a particular person or issue. So if someone's blocked you, don't give them the time of day. Let them unblock you, dear Leo. Don't be swayed by another's beliefs, opinions, or views. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not. Trust your intuition and gut feeling on this one. Be true to yourself. You can respect another's views without having to change your value system. If it doesn't align with your values, then don't take it on. And that's what the King of Swords shows us. If you are not aligned with the same values, same beliefs with someone, and they're forcing their opinion on you, it's time to detach. It's time to close that door. Let's read the affirmation. I honor another's truth, but stand firm within my own. I am comfortable with who I am. I keep an open heart and mind. I empower myself when I honor my values. In being true to me, I'm also true to others. Yeah, and the truth is the best, always, at the end of the day. Okay, so if someone is not telling you the truth, you can perceive it. You are the high priestess. So trust your intuition, dear Leo. Trust your perception. That is beautiful. And I'm going to say also, because it does show the throat chakra, there may be conversations or information coming through that will show you that you did need to trust your intuition and that you felt the truth within you. And I just noticed that the Hierophant is beneath the Page of Swords. Someone may be in a marriage that is checking you out, spying on you. Someone could be coming out of a marriage. Someone is going through divorce. We've got the Six of Pentacles. That's why maybe they were not generous with you. Could have been someone that was at a physical distance, someone that came through more as a player, wanted to have fun. But remember, the Hierophant does speak to commitments and second chances for something long term. Anyway, dear Leo, I want to thank you so much for being here, for sharing your precious time with me, sending you lots of love, lots of light. Thank you for supporting through liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Always come back to these readings because they are quite long. They're very much about so many details. I also wanted to point out that the Eight of Cups could also speak to time-wise. I mean, this could speak to 2 months. 2 months from when you receive this message, when you hear this message. 8 to 10 weeks, I would say, more than likely. Okay, the Six of Cups does speak to trusting that journey that you're going on. And this is a card of nostalgia, so it's going to, for many of you, you could be relating to someone from the past, someone that you did trust, maybe that stabbed you in the back as well. But you know, fate is here, and maybe they've received theirs, and maybe you're receiving yours. Whatever it is, I do feel it's very positive for you, dear Leo, even though you have gone through challenges. Leaving you with that love and light. Talk to you soon. Love you so. Ta-da.